Hi, this is Mrs. Han. I'm going to be going over the rabbit population gizmo. And first, you're going to be doing the prior knowledge questions. I would recommend doing it on the Google Doc and then submitting it as a PDF. After you finish, you're just going to go ahead to download and submit as a PDF because it's going to require you to take some pictures of some graphs and paste them in here. And that's a little easier to do on a Google Doc. You can do it with Cami, but I think you have to have the paid version in order to submit a picture. That's what seemed to happen for me. So you're going to answer the prior knowledge questions, and then we're going to do a little warm up. So it says select the bar chart. So here we've got bar chart. And let me get rid of this. What is the size of our initial population? Let me see if I can show it. Okay, so it says 40. So we got 40 rabbits. And we're going to go ahead and select table. And we're going to play and have it run for 1 year. So I'm going to watch the bar go across spring, summer, fall, winter. Okay, here's spring, summer, fall, and winter. Okay. And then it says, in which season did the rabbit population increase the most? So I can scroll back and see. It's kind of hard to see by just looking at numbers. I like to look at, let's see. I guess there's not an easy way to see the numbers, but in spring we went up, you can see how much it increased. It went from 40 to 114. And in the summer, 114 to about 125. Fall, 125 to about 130, 5, and winter barely went up. Okay, so obviously spring, if you know anything about rabbits, there's a lot happening in the spring. Okay, you're going to answer those questions. Then we're going to go ahead and look at carrying capacity. So let's go ahead and hit reset, which is this arrow right here. And we're going to see what is, how large can this rabbit population grow to? Now, if you've ever had rabbits in your backyard, sometimes it feels like it's overrunning your backyard, but there is a certain population at which it will kind of level off. That's called carrying capacity, and there's certain things that limit how big it's going to grow in your backyard. So let's go ahead and change this to fast so we can watch it over 10 years quickly. And then we're going to go to graph. And it says you can zoom the controls to see the whole graph. So we're going to watch it for 10 years. So I'm going to zoom it out a little bit so I can see 10 years. And I'm going to go ahead and play it. So here's these rabbits running around doing their thing. Okay, we're growing up to 400 now. You can see it's kind of going up and down, but it seems to be leveling off. It's not going higher than here, and it's not going lower than here. So we seem to hit our carrying capacity. So I think we've got about 10 years here. And so you're going to describe what is the pattern that you're seeing. Okay, how might you explain that? And so what is this environment's approximate carrying capacity? So kind of an average between the summer and winter. So you can kind of approximate that number. Okay, and then we're going to look at population density, the number of rabbits in a certain area. How dense can that population get? How many rabbits could continue to live in a certain area? So we're going to reset, and we're going to make sure we have ample land. So here we have ample land. A lot, that means plenty of land. And we're going to experiment. Okay, so we're going to find the carrying capacity for ample land, moderate land, and little land. Ample land we already did because that was the same as we did above here. So let's see how moderate land looks. So if we have a little fence, well, I guess we can look at ample land, but I think it's going to be the same. Yeah, I'm not going to bother again. Okay, let's go to moderate land. Let's go to little land just to see. So we keep them in a very small space, and let's see what their carrying capacity is going to be. Look at those seasons fly by. Okay, and hopefully you notice that the carrying capacity is much lower than when they had ample land. And it looks like it's sort of leveling around 100 rabbits. Okay, so you can answer those questions. Now you're going to be doing activity C. Let's go ahead and reset. And you're going to be looking at density independent limiting factors. So other factors that are not related to the density, to how many rabbits are living there. So what are some other factors that might play a role in the rabbit population growth? So let's go ahead and go back to ample land, and we're going to pick normal weather. Is it normal weather? I think this is normal weather, and then later we're going to be doing harsh winter. But I'm just doing this to show you how to do the snapshot. So yeah, let's go ahead and go with that. Okay, so this is going to be our normal weather, which is like the other one we did with ample land, but later you're going to be changing it to harsh winter and cold spring and hot summer. Okay. So we're going to go for 10 years, I think. And it says to select the graph tab and click on the camera to take a snapshot. So when you click on this camera, okay, it says right click to copy or download. So I'm gonna, on my mouse or whatever touchpad, you're gonna right click and I'm gonna copy the image. And then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna right click on my mouse and I'm going to paste. Voila, okay? So that's what you're gonna do. That's how you add your picture. Same thing for here. When you go for the next simulation, you're gonna do harsh winter, okay? And you're gonna run it. Let's reset, harsh winter, and we're gonna run it for 10 years. Okay, once you do that, you're gonna go ahead and click on the camera, right click on the image, copy it, come over here, right click on this cell, paste it. Okay, that's obviously not a completed graph, but that's how you do it. And if you have any other questions, just send me an email. Hopefully you will be able to understand and learn all about the rabbit population.